What if the very thing you take to stay healthy is quietly making you weaker? That heaviness in your legs, the pain when you climb stairs, the cramps that wake you up at 2 a.m., it may not just be age. In fact, what I'm about to tell you might completely change the way you think about your daily supplements. Hi, I'm Dr. Martin. After more than 4 decades in family medicine, I've learned that health after 60 isn't just about prescriptions. It's about the small, everyday choices we don't question. And for so many seniors, one of the most damaging habits isn't what they're doing wrong, it's what they believe they're doing right. Because today we're going to talk about 2 common vitamins found in ordinary pills, bone health blends, and even your morning multivitamin that may be slowly weakening your leg muscles, triggering cramps, and making your body more vulnerable than you think. And the most dangerous part? The second vitamin, the one I'll reveal at the end of this video, is almost never discussed. Most doctors don't mention it. Most patients never question it. But it may be the biggest threat to your strength and balance as you age. So stay with me, because just one insight today could save your legs and your independence for years to come. And if any of this makes you stop and think, please type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I value your honesty. Let's begin and uncover the hidden habits that might be slowly stealing your strength. Part 1: Sweets, the silent saboteur of leg strength. Let me take you back to a familiar moment. Maybe after dinner, the house is quiet, and you decide to treat yourself. Just a small slice of cake, a cookie, a little scoop of ice cream. It feels innocent, maybe even well-deserved. But what if I told you that this simple act, repeated day after day, might be quietly stealing the strength from your legs? Sugar doesn't just satisfy a craving. After the age of 60, it sets off a chain of damage that's harder for your body to recover from. Every sweet bite floods your bloodstream with glucose. Your body responds by releasing insulin. But over time, that system wears down. The cells become less responsive, a condition called insulin resistance. And when that happens, your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, struggle to get the energy they need. They grow tired, heavy, less stable. But that's only the beginning. Sugar is a master of disguise. It doesn't just show up as candy, it's in your morning granola, your flavored yogurt, even the salad dressing you drizzle at lunch. And while your taste buds enjoy it, your joints and tissues suffer. Sugar feeds inflammation, the kind that lingers in your muscles, your tendons, your blood vessels. The kind you don't feel right away, but shows up as stiffness when you stand, pain when you walk, or cramps that strike in the middle of the night. Silent, chronic inflammation slowly wears down your body's ability to move freely. Studies have confirmed this, including one from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, showing a direct link between high-sugar diets and reduced walking speed, muscle function, and recovery in older adults. But here's what most people don't realize. Sugar doesn't just add calories, it displaces the nutrients your muscles desperately need. Magnesium, protein, B vitamins, all essential for muscle repair and coordination, are often missing when sweets take over the plate. And when the muscles don't get rebuilt, they shrink. You lose strength, balance, and resilience with each passing year. Now, I'm not here to scold you or take away life's little pleasures. I still enjoy something sweet from time to time, and so should you. But we have to be smart about it. Because after 60, every bite matters more. What nourishes your muscles protects your freedom. What weakens them chips away at it. So here's what I've learned to do, and what I recommend to my own family. Choose whole fruits over baked desserts. A bowl of berries with cinnamon gives you sweetness, antioxidants, and none of the crash. Swap out sugary cereals for oats topped with apples and walnuts. And if you still want that soft slice of comfort food, try banana bread, homemade, using ripe bananas instead of refined sugar. These small changes? They send your body a powerful message. I care. I'm listening. I want to stay strong. Because your legs aren't just limbs that carry you, they're your lifeline to independence. They let you get up without help, walk to the garden, hug your grandchildren without hesitation. And protecting them doesn't start in the gym. It starts in the kitchen. So now that we've uncovered how sweets quietly steal strength, let's turn to something even more deceptive, something that crackles, comforts, and tempts us at every turn. The kind of food that's golden on the outside, but damaging at the core. Let's talk about fried foods and the hidden toll they take on your legs. Part 2: Fried foods. Tasty but toxic to your muscles. Now, once we've looked at sugar, there's another everyday craving we need to talk about. One that sizzles, smells amazing, and feels almost irresistible, especially when served hot and golden. I'm talking about fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, donuts, maybe even those crispy spring rolls you pick up from the store. They taste like comfort, but for your legs, they spell danger. Here's the truth most people don't realize. Fried foods are loaded with trans fats and saturated fats, and both are deeply inflammatory. Now you might think, well, inflammation sounds like something that happens in the joints, right? And that's true. But chronic inflammation also affects your muscles, your blood vessels, even your nerves. When you eat fried food regularly, those fats cause your arteries to narrow. That restricts blood flow, and without good circulation, your legs don't get enough oxygen or nutrients to stay strong. Your muscles can't repair themselves. Your joints start to ache. That stiffness you feel after sitting too long? That heavy feeling in your calves after a short walk? It might not be age, it might be oil. According to the American Heart Association, diets high in trans fats not only increase the risk of heart disease, but they also reduce vascular function in the limbs, and that directly affects leg performance, balance, and strength. But the damage doesn't stop there. Fried foods also contribute to weight gain, especially dangerous after 60. Every extra pound adds pressure on your knees, ankles, and hips. Think about it. Your legs were designed to carry your healthy body weight, not the added load of inflammation and belly fat. And when your legs are constantly under pressure, they break down faster. I've had patients ask me, "Doctor, is one serving a week really that bad?" And here's what I tell them. It's not about guilt, it's about patterns. If fried food is part of your weekly habit, your body is living in a constant state of repair, and over time, that repair process wears thin. Eventually, your legs give you the message, through cramps, swelling, or that subtle instability when you stand up too quickly. But here's the good news. Your body can recover, even in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The key is to change the oil your body runs on. Instead of deep-fried foods, try roasting or air-frying with olive oil. Use spices like paprika or garlic to add flavor. Swap fried snacks for roasted nuts or crispy chickpeas. You won't miss the crunch, and your legs will thank you with more strength, better balance, and fewer aches at night. Because when it comes to aging well, it's not about cutting joy from your meals. It's about choosing joy that lasts, not joy that inflames. And now that we've uncovered what fried foods do to your circulation and your strength, let's move deeper into something that many older adults eat almost every day, thinking it's convenient and protein-rich. But it may actually be silently attacking your muscles from the inside out. Part 3: Processed meats. Convenient but crippling. Now, after sugar and fried foods, there's another quiet threat we need to face. One that's become a staple in many households, especially for older adults who want something quick, easy, and protein-rich. I'm talking about processed meats, things like ham, bacon, sausages, deli slices. They're convenient, no doubt. And on the surface, they might even seem like a good source of energy. But the truth is, these meats are anything but harmless. You see, Most processed meats are loaded with sodium, far more than your body needs. That salt doesn't just raise your blood pressure, it also causes your body to hold on to fluid. And where does that fluid go? Often to the lower legs, ankles, and feet. It creates swelling, stiffness, and a constant sense of heaviness that makes walking more tiring than it should be. But salt isn't the only concern. These products are also packed with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used to extend shelf life and enhance color. But inside your body, they promote inflammation. Not the kind you notice immediately, but the low-level, lingering kind that slowly erodes the health of your joints and muscles. For older adults, especially those already losing muscle mass with age, this chronic inflammation is devastating. It makes it harder to recover after activity, harder to maintain stability, and harder to build back what's been lost. And there's more. Processed meats are often high in saturated fat, which further clogs blood vessels and restricts circulation. Without good blood flow, your leg muscles can't get the oxygen and nutrients they need to function, let alone stay strong. That's when cramps become more frequent, stairs become more difficult, and even short walks leave you breathless. I've had patients come to me saying, "Doc, I don't even eat much, just a little sandwich meat here and there." And that's exactly the problem. It doesn't take much. Because when your body becomes more sensitive, as it does with age, even small amounts of harmful ingredients can create large effects over time. So what can you do? You don't need to eliminate meat altogether, but you do need to choose smarter sources. Instead of bacon or cold cuts, opt for freshly cooked chicken, turkey breast, or lentil-based protein. If you still want that savory bite, try roasting your own meat at home and slicing it. That way, you control the salt and skip the chemicals. Remember, convenience should never come at the cost of mobility. Because when we trade real nourishment for quick fixes, our legs pay the price. They grow weaker, stiffer, less reliable. And suddenly, the independence we once took for granted begins to slip away. So now that we've seen how processed meats can quietly chip away at strength and stability, it's time to address what may be the most surprising cause of all, the very vitamins you might be taking each morning, thinking they're protecting your bones, while they're actually undermining your muscles. Let's talk about those next. Part 4: The 2 worst vitamins destroying your leg strength. Now that we've looked at the damage from food, let's talk about something more surprising, and honestly, more personal for many people over 60. Because this time, the danger isn't in your plate, it might be in your medicine cabinet. I'm talking about vitamins. The ones you trust. The ones you take every morning without thinking twice. They're supposed to help you stay strong, but 2 of them, when taken in excess, can quietly destroy your leg strength, increase your risk of falls, and leave you wondering why you're feeling weaker, even though you've been trying to do the right thing. Let's start with the first one, vitamin A. Vitamin A is well known for supporting vision, skin health, and the immune system. But very few people realize it's also fat-soluble, meaning it stores in your liver and fatty tissues. That's fine, in small, occasional doses. But when seniors stack multiple supplements, eat liver, consume fortified cereals, and take cod liver oil, the vitamin A begins to accumulate beyond safe levels. And that's where the problems start. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, chronic overconsumption of vitamin A, particularly in older adults, can lead to hypervitaminosis A, a condition associated with liver damage, bone loss, and muscle pain, especially in the legs and lower back. One of the early warning signs? Stiffness when getting out of a chair, or soreness in your thighs after climbing just a few stairs. Even more concerning, research published by the Mayo Clinic shows that excess vitamin A weakens bones by increasing the activity of cells that break down bone tissue. For people over 60, especially those already at risk for osteopenia or osteoporosis, This can lead to microfractures and pain that's often mistaken for arthritis or sciatica. And I've seen it firsthand. I had a patient, mid-70s, active, alert, always taking her vitamins. She began experiencing deep leg aches and trouble walking long distances. Her bone skin showed early signs of loss. Her lab results? Sky-high vitamin A levels. We pulled the supplements, cleaned up her diet, and within weeks, her mobility returned to normal. So how do you stay safe? Avoid overlapping supplements. If your multivitamin already contains vitamin A, skip the cod liver oil. And remember, natural food sources, like sweet potatoes, carrots, and pumpkin, provide beta-carotene, a form of vitamin A your body regulates much more safely. Now let's move to the second, and even more misunderstood, threat, vitamin D. Yes, vitamin D. The sunshine vitamin. The one your doctor may have recommended to strengthen your bones. And they're not wrong. In moderate, doctor-guided amounts, vitamin D is essential. It helps your body absorb calcium and maintain muscle coordination. But when taken without testing and at excessive doses, it becomes dangerous. Here's why. Vitamin D is also fat-soluble. It stays in your system. When too much builds up, your calcium levels spike, a condition called hypercalcemia. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, hypercalcemia leads to muscle cramps, stiffness, burning sensations, fatigue, and poor nerve conduction, all of which impact the legs most severely. In fact, a 2020 review published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism warned that high-dose vitamin D, when taken long-term without monitoring, was linked to reduced physical performance, impaired balance, and increased fall risk in older adults, the exact opposite of what people are hoping for. Here's what many don't know. Vitamin D also impacts kidney function. Your kidneys are responsible for clearing excess calcium from the blood. But as we age, that system slows down. The result? Edema, muscle weakness, and nerve irritation, especially in the legs and lower extremities. What starts as stiffness becomes instability. That's why I urge every senior, never supplement vitamin D blindly. Get your blood tested. The recommended safe upper limit for older adults is 4,000 IU per day, but many are taking 10,000 IU or more, sometimes combining pills, fortified drinks, and sun exposure without realizing the total dose. So what can you do to stay strong, stay balanced, and stay safe? First, speak with your doctor and ask for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test to measure your levels. Second, avoid combining multivitamins, bone health supplements, and standalone D3 unless specifically instructed. And finally, focus on food-first sources, salmon, egg yolks, mushrooms, and a daily walk in the morning sun. Because when it comes to your legs, strength isn't built with more pills, it's built with smarter choices. And now that you know the truth about vitamin A and D, you can stop the slow damage before it robs you of your independence. Let me leave you with this. Your legs are more than limbs, they're your freedom. And while aging is part of life, much of the weakness we feel comes from quiet choices. A sweet here, a pill there, a habit we stopped questioning. But the power to change is still in your hands. Read your labels. Choose real food. Move a little each day. And always talk with your doctor. Your body deserves that care. If this video helped you, type 1 in the comments. And if someone you love is struggling with leg pain or weakness, share this with them. It might be exactly what they need. Next time, I'll show you 5 simple exercises to rebuild leg strength. No gym, no stress. Until then, take care of your body, and it will take care of you.